right, we get to do a little bit more welding on the Supra. Let me show you what Adam decided that he wanted to do with the Supra. Wow, he decided to go with a Vibrantperformance -20 weld-on fitting. And let me show you where that's gonna go. This is the upper coolant housing. Normally there's not really a bar, but basically the hose go right there. I've already cut it down, cleaned out the inside, Scotch-Brite the outside. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach these two together like so, meaning that we're gonna run a -20 and line as the upper radiator hose. I think it's gonna be dope, and I think it's gonna be tasteful. So let me go ahead and clean this up and get it prepared for welding. That's why you gotta make sure you wipe this stuff down with as much acetone as you can. So I got everything fit up. Try not to touch too much stuff. And let's go ahead and get suited up and start tacking this. Also, since it's kind of thick, I'm gonna preheat it with a little bit of MAP gas. That's the stuff in the yellow container. All right, let's see if we can get a nice, clean, consistent bead. That's it. Adam sent a bunch of 2.5-inch intercooler piping. It's all black. He also sent a 2.5-inch outlet 90-degree elbow for the turbo. It was a little too long, so I cut it down a little bit, give it a little bit nicer fit. And we're ready to basically fabricate the intercooler piping that goes from this point to the passenger side fender well. But before we do that, we need to mount the intercooler. All right, let me show you the intercooler that he decided to go with. Wow, look at that. Look at the intercooler that we got. Oh, you don't know what the M is? Let me show you. This is the Mishimoto lifetime warranty intercooler. Even got a serial number. It's roughly 2 feet wide core. It's a 3-inch thick core as well. 3 in, 3 out. A lot of their products are tried and proven. This is the intercooler that we're gonna put on that. Went to Lowe's, picked up some flat stock. We're gonna chop this up to make our bracket. So let's get started. I've made my 2 reference marks. I'm gonna go ahead and punch it, drill it, and test fit it. All right, so we basically cut this flat stock, drilled both holes, and then I went a step further and I got the center point. I want that center point because I want to make sure I line it up with the upper part of where we're gonna mount it at, which was right here from before, the old truss intercooler. So I want to try to utilize that. I want to try to also utilize this, and I also want to make another one to put on this side. All right, I'm trying to figure out where I want to mount this intercooler at. I think it kind of looks best with that M in the center. So let's make that happen real quick and show you the finished results. All right, I got my upper brace put together. I got my little tab that I'm using to mount to the front end of the Supra. So all I gotta do now is put a couple beads on this thing and we'll be done with this. that we got the top intercooler bracket made up and installed, kind of can sit back and let this intercooler bask in its own glory. So the last and final thing we got to do now is duplicate these. Probably make 2 of these a little bit longer. This one is a little too short. So we're gonna make the lower brackets and then we're gonna install it. For the lower brackets, I'm gonna use some of this flat steel that I also got from the supermarket. So I've already got my measurements. Let me go ahead and mark my measurements real quick. Cut and drill. All right, I've test fitted this bracket. It worked out perfect. So now let me duplicate it. Wow, that's the finished product. Let's put the bumper on there and see what it look like with the front bumper on. There we go. Front bumper's on. I think it looks pretty good. You got the M poking his head through just a little bit, but the rest of the intercooler looking real stealth. And then that black on black on black is looking good. All right, so here we go. Now that we got the intercooler on, next thing we can do is we can start working on the hot side of the intercooler piping. So it looked like I might have to do a little bit of an extension here. And then the next thing is I got to make this pipe come out of this turbo, kind of snake up and go into here. But the combination of these pipes right here and a couple of these pie cuts that I made, I think that we should be able to get this. So don't go too far. The next few episodes are gonna be some good fun episodes. It's gonna be a lot of fabricating. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of welding. We'll probably be starting with the intercooler piping. We got something special that we're doing on the intercooler piping on this side. Let's just say that we're gonna have twice the amount of noise. And then after that, we're gonna be doing the custom down pipe, which is gonna be 3-inch, but then we're gonna take that and go to a 4-inch. We got an electronic cutout that we're gonna be installing as well. So you guys don't wanna go too far, stick around, hit the notification bell. The next episode will more than likely be the starting of fabrication as far as welding and TIG welding, aluminum piping, and exhaust piping. So until then, thank you guys, and wash your hands.